Hey everyone, I'm Andy Hodges coming to you live for Sebastian Daily. You can also see us on Facebook, our YouTube page, as well as TV. If you live in Sebastian, you have Xfinity. You can find us on channel 1098 on Xfinity, Buzz TV. That's channel 1098 Buzz TV. We're inside today because the weather is kind of cloudy and it would just take too long for us to gather up our lighting and our equipment this afternoon because we are going to be covering Light Up Night tonight and other things. So we're going to be doing a lot more videos. And I just want to mention this. The reason we have this studio is for days when it rains, we can still do our live broadcasts. Or if there's bad weather or whatever, we can still do that. We're going to also do some live interviews with people here. So this is not a permanent thing. We are still going to be out there and around Sebastian and doing live videos from the river and stuff like that. So we've got a lot of emails asking about that. So yes, we are still going to be broadcasting live at places like Riverview Park and the river and so forth. 76 degrees and mostly cloudy right now in Sebastian. Tonight's low will be 64. There's no rain in the forecast at this time. There is a 20% chance of rain for this afternoon. We think that's just going to blow past us. We don't think it's going to rain, and we think it's going to be a great night tonight. We will see some showers on Sunday and Monday as another cold front will be moving through Sebastian Sunday night. In fact, it will be 65. So not as cold as it was last week. In fact, I thought down to 37 degrees, actually down to 40. So these temperatures you can't always predict either. Talk about, oh, by the way, the highs from now through the weekend will be 77 and the overnight low will be 60. So that's not so bad. It's going to be a great weekend. Listen, if you went to our website Wednesday and Thursday, you might have seen some old news stories, or you might have seen an error message like we're not up. That is because we are upgrading our servers to meet the higher demands of traffic. We are growing. We are getting more and more people going to our website every day to read news and watch our videos. So we had to do this. There was no good time to do it. So we went ahead and upgraded this week. We are now upgraded. We still have some work to do on it, but we're not going to be down for any time at all. Most of the finishing of the upgrade would be behind the scenes. So that's always good. So that's what happened on Wednesday and Thursday in case you went to our website and saw that. Let's talk about what's going on around town. There was a woman who drank 6 tequila shots before she passed out in a parking lot. Now, this is also kind of bad because she could have been hurt. She was laying in the parking lot. Police received a call on Tuesday around 3 p.m. She was near the Las Palmas Cuban restaurant, laying in the parking lot. When police arrived, she was yelling at people in the parking lot and using profanity. The woman was identified as 38-year-old Nicole Machado. She told officers she consumed 6 Patron tequila shots and was drunk. However, she wouldn't stay calm. They tried to calm her down. They tried to give her, find a ride for her and stuff like that, but she wasn't cooperating. So they had no choice but to arrest her, unfortunately, for disorderly intoxication. On the way to jail, she slipped out of her handcuffs and began spitting on the police officer. He had to pull over, recuff her, and the whole time she was spitting on him. So she got 2 more charges, which was resisting arrest and felony battery on a law enforcement officer. She's still in the Indian River County Jail on $4,500 bond. So, anything could have happened in this parking lot. This is so dangerous. If you drink that much and you pass out in the parking lot, you could get hit by a car. Fortunately, it was Tuesday afternoon during the day. It wasn't like at night, but this is just a sad situation there. I mean, this could have really gone wrong downhill quickly, and unfortunately, it did not. Um, Tonight is Light Up Night in Sebastian. The Sebastian River Area Chamber will be having their annual Light Up Night from today, 5:30 until 8 p.m. We received some calls from people asking us, are they allowed to bring their dogs? As far as we know, you can. It's a public place. Some restaurants will not allow dogs inside their establishment, but you can walk your dog outdoors and on the public sidewalks and from business to business. There's nothing wrong with that. So, bring the dog. Why not? But like I said, some establishments may not allow your pet inside the business. Listen, Light Up Night was created to give small businesses in Sebastian a chance to open their doors to the public and encourage them to shop, and as well as business owners to show their appreciation for the customers. So that's happening tonight. There's 23 businesses that will be decorating for the holiday season. Each company is offering either free goodies, chances to win something, or even special discounts. Now, we have a map on sebastiandaily.com of showing all the businesses and the map where you can go. So when you go to sebastiandaily.com, you'll see the latest news articles, and in that list, you'll see Light Up Night. You want to click on that, and you'll see the map inside the article. And if you're walking around town, you can just have it on your mobile phone and see the map. So again, sebastiandaily.com, look on the homepage list, and you'll see Light Up Night. And the map is inside there. The 2020 Florida Snook season ends December 15th. The season will remain closed until January 31st. However, you can still fish for snook during that closing time. It's called a catch and release. You can't take the snook home with you, but if you catch one, you just do a release. So that's from December 15th through January 31st. Also, check out our latest review on Wasabi Thai Sushi. We went there this past week, had some lunch. We ordered cashew nut chicken stir fry, and we really enjoyed that. So you can also check out that review on sebastiandaily.com. Here are some events going on. These are not all the events, but here are some of them that are going on today at 3 p.m. Greg and Brian will be performing live at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. At 5:30, Light Up Night at Sebastian businesses that are participating. At 6 o'clock, Minglewood, a great band performing live at Paradoya Brewing Company. And at 7, Luna Pearl performing at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. If you've not seen Luna Pearl, you have got to check them out tonight. 7 o'clock, Captain Hiram's Sandbar, a great band, a lot of 80s, 90s, and current. I can't say enough about this band. It's so good, and they're great people. I've been able to interview all of them. They're great people, great musicians also. Tomorrow, 11 a.m., the Sebastian River Art Club Holiday Art Bazaar will be at Riverview Park. This starts at 11 a.m. and it goes on till 5, is it? 5 o'clock? The art, yeah, I think it's 5 that it goes on to. It's all day. Riverview Park starts at 11 o'clock. Sebastian River Art Club Holiday Art Bazaar. Lots of art stuff going on tomorrow in the park. At 2 p.m., Swamp Dogs will be at Earl's Hideaway Lounge. I just spoke with a band member today. He said it's going to be an incredible show tomorrow at Earl's. The Swamp Dogs are putting on a really good show. They'll be there from 2 to 6. 5 o'clock, Oscar will be live at Las Palmas Cuban Restaurant. He's going to be there actually tonight, Saturday, and Sunday, starting at 5 o'clock. 8:30, Raisin Cane will be at Earl's Hideaway Lounge. And on Sunday, NFL Game Day will be at Captain Hiram's Sandbar, starting at 1 o'clock. Sorry, excuse me about that. And at 2 o'clock, Frank Bang with Joey Gilmore will be at Earl's Hideaway Lounge. And at 3 o'clock, Joel Thomas will be at the Old Fish House. If you've never been to the Old Fish House in Grant, just take US 1 North. You'll head into Micco. And then you'll eventually enter into Grant, and you'll see the old Fish House restaurant and bar on the right hand side. Park anywhere in there, and they've got some great music and some great food. Also tomorrow at 5:30, Barefoot Bay Christmas Parade will be along the Barefoot Bay Boulevard. So if you live in Barefoot Bay or you're local, you can enjoy that parade. Speaking of parades, as far as we know, we are still having a Christmas parade on the 11th next week here in Sebastian. We're going to have more news about this in the coming days. I know on Monday they were concerned. When I say they, the city of Sebastian and the chamber were concerned because they didn't have a lot of people signed up for the parade. A lot of the businesses opted out of it. So we'll do an update on this this weekend or by Monday on definitely if we're still having that parade. As far as we know, we're having it, but if it changes, we will let you know. Um, we've been getting a lot of emails about the latest COVID-19 numbers in Sebastian. There's some bad news and some good news, and I'm going to tell you both right now. Yesterday, the number of new COVID-19 cases in Florida skyrocketed to almost 10,700 cases. We have not seen that number since July. Um, Now, there are currently 4,200 patients being hospitalized right now for COVID-19 illnesses, and that's up 200 since last week. That's the Florida statewide right now. Uh, the number of deaths in Florida are very, very low. Uh, Relating to COVID-19, it's way down. Also, there were unfortunately 3 COVID-19 related deaths this week in Indian River County, and that's unfortunately one death is way too many, and unfortunately 3 people in Indian River County died this week from COVID-19. People, this virus is still serious. It's still dangerous. Don't minimize it. It's still a bad virus. We've had it. It's 10 days of hell, and we finally began to recover. And let me tell you, this was 6, 7 weeks ago. We still have symptoms like no taste, no smell, and low energy at times. So, and that's what this illness does. Uh, Please don't downplay this illness, and please don't say it's a Democrat thing and the liberals aren't going to tell you the truth. Listen, that's a bunch of baloney. This is a serious pandemic, global pandemic, and if you haven't figured that out by now, I don't know what more I can tell you or emphasize. This is still a state of emergency nationwide in this country. Now, whether you wear a mask or not, that's your choice, but I just talked to someone today who had a friend that died of COVID, and he also knows a guy who doesn't believe in wearing masks, and he recently contracted the virus as well. So, listen, this isn't going away. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican, or Independent, or whatever, purple, whatever. This virus is still serious, and anyone can get it. Now, let's talk about the local cases. There is some good news here in Sebastian. The number of new cases in Sebastian, they're still rising, but they're not skyrocketing like we saw a couple of weeks ago. So that's good. It's starting to slow down a little bit again. And that's very fortunate for us because we've had 2 big events, including Celebrate Sebastian a couple of weeks ago, and we really thought the numbers were going to go through the roof. And fortunately, they did not. It was mild, numbers. It wasn't anything skyrocketing like we thought. And of course, there's other uh, news organizations outside of our area and outside of our county that said we were doomed, that there was going to be a super spreader of COVID-19, and it was not. So that's good news for our area. And we needed that Celebrate Sebastian after everything the citizens went through with the city all this year. We needed one day to just be friends and celebrate on that day, and we did. And fortunately, we didn't see numbers go up like a lot of people predicted. They're leveling off now. The most we saw in one day was 7 in a day. Now that's not a lot. Now they're down to 2 to 3 per day all this week. So they're slowing down again. I'm not going to say, oh, they're down. They're not down yet because we're still getting new cases every day, but they're not skyrocketing. So in Sebastian, we are still doing good. Just please be careful. And let's talk about the numbers. We're at 630 cases since the pandemic started in Sebastian. Roseland is at 5, and that's been unchanged through November and so far this month in December. Barefoot Bay is slowing. They're at 51 since the pandemic started. In Micco, it's 18, slowing down. Grant, 65, slowing. We were worried about Grant last week because there were like 20 new cases suddenly in a couple of days, and we're like, where did this come from? Well, that has changed. It's now, we had 1 this week, which is great. So, well, it's not great because someone out there is infected, but the number is slowing, which is fortunately good. Fellsmere, 509, slowing down. I think there was 2 cases this week with Fellsmere. Wabasso is 9, unchanged through November and December so far. But Vero Beach, there's still area of concerns like Vero Lake Estates and other areas around and inside the city of Vero Beach. They're at 3,894. So South County is a problem in Indian River County right now. We've got to figure out, and out west of the county as well. So those are area of concerns. Countywide, 5,380 cases in Indian River County. There have been 139 deaths since this pandemic started. Brevard County, 16,874, and there have been 452 deaths. So in Brevard County. So you know, we're looking really good as far as COVID-19 in our area. Like I said, it was going up and then it just kind of leveled off again. So I truly believe everyone is doing their part. I believe there's only a few that just will not wear the mask and a few that think this whole thing is a hoax, and it's not. Listen, if you see someone in a store, like at Publix or Walmart, and they're not wearing a mask, please don't approach them and start an argument about it, because you don't know their medical condition. You don't know if they have COPD, asthma, or anything else for a reason why they can't wear a mask. Just, you know, wear your mask and be safe. And if you see someone and you're fearful that someone else isn't wearing a mask, just stay away from them. Social distance. The number one thing you can do to protect yourself and others is social distance, 6 feet or more. If you can't social distance, then wear the mask. So, and now, you know, of course, some businesses and stores are requiring masks. So, listen, we have a whole new world we're going through, and this pandemic isn't going to last forever, but it's something that we have to pay attention to on a daily basis. We're not like Miami or Tampa or Jacksonville, where there are solid red numbers going up every single day. So we're fortunate for that. And like I said, I believe, just from talking with people out on the streets and at places, that most people are doing what they should be doing, and they're taking this virus seriously. Otherwise, we would really have a skyrocketing of numbers. And when we had the Celebrate Sebastian, we saw more people wearing masks than people that didn't. And of course, we had a box of masks right at our tent for anyone that wanted a free mask. So, and there were a few people that picked them up, which was great. So things aren't doom and gloom. Things are just going to get better from here on. And I hope that you have a great weekend. Thank you for watching our newscast and reading our news. I think our next live video will be on the river somewhere. I know you're probably getting tired of this wall here, But listen, we'll be back out there shortly. Hey, we're going to be out and about tonight for Light Up Night. We hope we see you. Have a great weekend here in Sebastian. My name is Andy Hodges, coming to you for Sebastian.